There exists something in football that separates the truly elite from the pretenders. It's called institutional heritage. When you look at a club's trajectory over years, not just seasons, you can see the DNA of success or failure embedded deep within their culture. And this becomes crystal clear when you examine how some clubs maintain excellence while others spiral into mediocrity, even with all the resources in the world. Because heritage isn't just about trophies. It's about consistency, standards, expectations, and the ability to rebuild and maintain competitive levels year after year. Which is why some institutions can dominate for decades, while their rivals with similar budgets struggle to even qualify for major competitions. Because heritage means that when stars leave, when managers change, when circumstances shift, the club doesn't collapse, but instead adapts, evolves, and continues competing at the highest level. And when you analyze the data, the patterns become undeniable, showing that some clubs have built-in mechanisms for success that go beyond individual players or managers because they've created systems, cultures, expectations that demand excellence at every level, from the boardroom to the training ground to the matchday squad selection. And this heritage manifests itself in how players perform under pressure, how they handle big moments, whether they can compete with the best teams in the world on the biggest stages, and most importantly, whether they can sustain that level over multiple seasons with different players and different challenges. Because true heritage means that when your best players leave, your team doesn't fall apart. When your manager is sacked, your team doesn't collapse. When you suffer a setback, your team doesn't fracture. Instead, they regroup, refocus, and come back stronger because they have an ingrained understanding of the club's philosophy, their role in it, and the standards they need to uphold. Which is why some clubs can lose their best players and still challenge for titles, while others struggle even with massive investments because they lack that fundamental understanding of what it takes to be consistently excellent. And this heritage gap becomes most obvious in European competitions, where the pressure is highest, the margins are smallest, and only clubs with deep-rooted winning cultures can truly thrive over extended periods. And that's why when you see clubs that were once giants now struggling to even reach the quarterfinals, while their rivals consistently compete for the biggest prizes, you're witnessing the real power of football heritage in action. And it's a reminder that in football, success isn't just about spending money or signing superstars. It's about building something deeper, something that can withstand any storm and continue delivering excellence regardless of external circumstances. Thanks for watching.